the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Oregon Ducks offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running, DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball. You play zone, and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that ball.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Working on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this race.
They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season. You can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
They're nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping two hands on the ball.
Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Feeling some heat. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. of that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make the play.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Quick strike complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Ducks are in the hurry up. Off the RPO, complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to throw here on second down. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the right. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. And the Ducks have this offense rolling. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game until the defense is able to stop it.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He breaks a tackle. Hits the spin cycle. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this.
Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Here's the return.
The return brings it to the 34, and the Oregon offense will take over.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Working that left side now.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quick release on the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Snags it over the middle. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. And now on second down for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quickly complete. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through a tackle. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Finds his man, and they convert. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan, 0.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner goes down. Final play of the quarter coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
A loss of 6 yards on the play. Brings up a 2nd down.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. It'll be a draw. He's there to make the stop.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle. And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You can tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker or get it.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham.
Going for it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Oregon 16, Michigan 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. It's Sims. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Handoff to the lone back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 25. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 14 to Missouri. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Trying to seal the edge on the right. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves to change for the 1st down.
All right, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you.
And they get the sack right out of the gate. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking downfield, it's Sims. A shot toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Complete to start this drive. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going up top on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And the ball is picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Line gets set, 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. On 2nd down, wants to throw. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
He's got it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Connection to the right. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Back to throw, it's Sims. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. On a little time, lets it go. Not the type of accuracy you typically see from this senior quarterback.
Great job by the QB just avoiding a negative play. I know you don't come away with a big completion, but he should have got sacked. I don't know how he was able to get out of that. Great individual effort by him.
Now on 2nd down. They'll throw it again from their own end zone. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And picking up the 1st down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why that receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Quarterback checking off. Trying to find his man on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And here's the third interception of the night. Trying to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Floats it out in space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it's his fourth interception of the night.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
Time to take a shot. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Ann Arbor. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And it's his fourth interception of the game. Takes it the other way. The 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry up. He's looking for a man on second down. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Ducks are threatening in the red zone. Touch pass on the run. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. First and goal for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job. Field making a huge rushing play.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
You got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation.
Looking for a deep man. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. It's one thing not to believe in punting, but to go for it that deep in your own end and give away a 1st and goal, that's just reckless. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass, it's Sims. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I'd like to see a little more creativity here with respect to their route running and play calling to help get these receivers open. Right now in that last play, they didn't do anything to work away from the defenders.
Starting to feel a little pressure. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd goal.
Absolutely perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. SMU made it look easy today, but I promise you, There is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms that there is something special brewing with these Mustangs. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Still looking. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. And he's running in the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Finds the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now they'll run it to the right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the extra point splits the uprights. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gives it to the back on the draw. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. To the air, it's Sims. Wide open downfield. Speeding down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan!
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
Lining up to add another. Splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. On the ground, it's Flanagan. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
First down for the offense.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
All right, I know we're winning, and that's great. But at some point, we got to stop getting our quarterback killed. Like, we got to protect the most important player on the field. Please?
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Wolverines! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. He rifles one deep down the right side. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some play.
He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Ducks in the hurry up. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free. And like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
A first down run in the red zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Sims. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Getting some heat. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop. Forcing a turnover. Best case scenario. Offense back up.